Okay. Okay, ruined it. All right. Hey, how's it going? This is your boy Ryder, aka Elemental Pixel Ward. I'm here to give you guys at least an update, of what has been going on. So lately we haven't really been doing much, but recently me and a friend have decided on doing a 1v1 challenge on building a game, basically. So as you can see on the screen, we currently have a game called Projekt Lotus. It is so we're basically we're using GameMaker Studio. Since we're doing a 1v1, we decided to everything's online. So you can use AI, you can use all your assets that you've purchased before. You can't do new assets. So any new assets you cannot buy. Every month we'll be adding something new to the game. So yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like a thing that it's just like we've been talking about it for a while, and it's been kind of like, okay, it's like, you know what? It's like, let's just do this. Like, okay, we're gonna see who can make the best game or a better game. It's not really a game that we're gonna be selling because it's kind of like just seeing what we can do. So every month we do a challenge of building a mechanic. So this is our first month that we've just started. So we started on the 1st, and as currently it is a quest logging and tracking system, or quest tracking and logging, whichever one I want to say it. So yeah, we did the basic mechanics of the game. So we basically are doing a top-down pixel art style game. And so yeah, we still got some things to get right, kind of messed up on the settings, credits. Oh, this is just kind of like something we just added. We just added the basic framework of what we needed to begin this project, because we did give ourselves not a month, but half a month in advance to just start building like the core game that we want. And so yeah, so nothing really actually works currently. We are currently on Projekt Lotus version 0.1.4 dev version, which we have some backups that we've done before, but it was like we haven't really done updates on these, which we were supposed to be doing. So this is kind of like our devlog number 1. And yeah, as of currently, if we click new game, it's going to send us to our dev world. This is kind of like the sprites on here are technically not like fully rendered sprites for us. So we kind of got the basics things going. We got dialogue system going. So if you get near these squares here, these are technically people. And so the sprites we created, well, using like just a bunch of pictures. And so it's just regular dialogue that we've created just so that we can see, like, okay, the reason it's going green is because we have a debug tool on it currently, and we haven't removed it since. So we have another character. This one we actually had it rendered. So yeah, as you can see, not really the best type of system. So if we enter into our main world, which we kind of got the pixel art stuff done. Well, almost done. We still kind of messed on a lot of the art. So yeah, we got the grass done. Grass looks at least somewhat decent. If we go back to our dev room, these are all rooms that we've done. So these gray boxes are supposed to be collisions, so we're not supposed to actually hit them, or they're supposed to stop when we hit them, but we still gotta fix that. Sprite also we gotta fix. This is just a free sprite we used to just test out things. So the mechanics are still gonna be like top down, maybe some dodging, lots of dodging probably. There are the mini map we still gotta fix. We have a map section, of course. We have some other stuff that we gotta do. As you can see, we go here. This is our character again, or one of our NPCs. These are their dialogue boxes, which is supposed to be like once you set up just a sprite for this character, you just have to basically tag it to the text file. And so these are basically the same objects. They just have different sprite names that are parented into, or these are these are parented into a dialogue tree. We just gotta change the name to it, or the sprites. So yeah, the idea of this game is I wanted to be able to do a bunch of other types of things. So we decided to also do basically your simple like platformer, you know. So the idea is like, okay, this thing goes actually, these are long platforms. We'll just probably switch it up to other things. We have it so, as you can see, like the loading screen, it does show like some stuff. We're not fully done yet since we kind of just started, but we have a rotation. It tells us, it's gonna tell you like, okay, what world you're going into, and gives you like a little tip, stuff like that. We have dungeons. It's nice, but this is the rocks that I made. I know it looks amazing. I still gotta freaking work on that. But yeah, it's supposed to be like a dungeon. You're supposed to go through. We're gonna be doing random generation, but we haven't got to it yet. We could work on it. We just, you know. So we got our platformer. We still gotta fix these boxes. So we got our platformer. We got our main world, which is gonna be the main area that we're gonna be going into. So all this stuff is going to be where we are going to be, as this is how big the map is. So depending on how, like you can see in the mini map, how like we're going around, it just depends. It's a really large map that we're working on, and we're hopefully able to get it done. So we got the dungeons, the dungeon area where we're going to be like doing like, you know, the top down thing. We got our main world. So there's going to be a bunch of dungeons that we got actually like set up, but we're only working on one specific area because it's kind of large. So we also have, okay, we did a test of a boss that as soon as we spawn in, we get to, we are introduced to the boss, which is one thing I really wanted to. The only thing is, I don't want it to be affected by this, but it is. I gotta mess with it a little because there is a parent object on every single one, except minus the next feature that we're going to be showing you. So we're here doing this. Once you close, there's going to be a basically a. Oh yeah, I forgot. We do have music playing as like as soon as the conversation's over. So it's kind of cool because it kind of goes with the battle. As you can see, it just like ends as soon as we're done with that. There's gonna be a whole thing with that. Like as soon as you enter dialogue with the boss, and then after you're done with the dialogue, the music just starts. And then the piece of resistance, the thing that took me the most to do or try to figure out. Welcome to our 3D area. We're kind of still messing with it. So it looks nice. I figured out how to do this, how to extend the height just a little. I kind of accidentally messed it up by not going by the 32 by 32 thing. I kind of just went to 360 and it kind of shot up all the way up there, I think. But yeah, we got running, we got sliding, even though it's all in a 2D plane. We have this all set up. We're gonna be doing dungeons like these in 3D. They're not going to be huge dungeons just because of, I think it's like very complex on trying to do things like this. Or we're going to figure out on how to do layered objects. So like not just like, I'm going to probably make the jumping a little bit bigger. So like, oh yeah, you know, you could just actually just like go underneath them. Stuff like that. Figure out how to do these types of things. Maybe do platforms that are a little bit higher so that we can get some stuff. But yeah, this is all done in a 2D plane. Even if we go here, we can leave the dungeon. And then we go back to our... The way that these all work is that there's a system that... basically a variable for each one. It tells you if you want to like save your spot. And then like before you go to the previous area, it'll save your location. It'll save your location so that if you were like somewhere far, it doesn't spawn you back in like the main area, or like say we enter the main world. It doesn't spawn you in the spawning area, it will spawn you like in this area. We'll still have to, there's like some things we still gotta fix, but yeah, it is what it is. So hopefully we can get this all kind of sorted on doing this. But the one thing we're trying to get done is like, okay, we enter. We do have, let's see, a questing system that we created. Yeah. We are currently also in development of making the pixel art for this stuff. Did 9 slicing and stuff like that. You got tracking, you got untracking, tracking, something like that. As you can see, the F keys, if you actually did anything, you can just search up like, oh yeah, look. Like, okay, turn there. Questing done, and it will show you in your complete area, which we still got to make sure that it saves the progress. It does not currently save any progress. So yeah, we can also hide the UI or hide the panel so it doesn't get cluttered, because we're gonna be altering this stuff. So it could still be, let's say, so we can replay this. It's not really a whole thing that's going to be an issue currently. This is just an example. We still got to do like a whole like pixel art style for all these. So hopefully we can get that thing done within a couple of weeks. We still got until the end of the month. So it's the 14th now, which is the day that we're recording. We're basically almost halfway through the year, or not the year, the month that we're gonna be doing some more things. The pixel art stuff is kind of like the one thing I'm very I just have issues with pixel art, just because it's like, okay, so as you can see, like in my dungeons, this is my first time doing pixel art. And it looks great, but I still got to figure out how the art style is going to go, because this feels way too RPG-ish. Like, I'd probably prefer it to be a little bit more a different art style, which we're going to be doing. And of course, we have our things you know, we created. I'm kind of like using a lot more AI into this project, because I don't really want to do a lot of the work, as in like dude, like honestly, is like, it would have been a troubling time just to do this. Just to do this in general, and plus adding the idea of like how to do the vertical layering of it's a good idea, but having a system that you can, like, I can basically ask, hey, like this idea of these things, these are all the same sprites. Like these are using the same idea, or these sprites, NPC sprites are using the same idea as these where they have a variable to it that will tell you, hey, look, you're going to be going to yada, yada, yada. So I go to yada, yada, yada. It's like, okay, like I can go back and forth. No issue. So that's kind of like the main idea that we're going with. Like, oh, look, a platform. We'll probably add some more different types of gameplay and maybe kind of got the three basic ones. We got, oh, not I was saying basic, but we got platformer, we got our top down, and then we also have our 3D environment, which is still a testing phase. Where it's not fully implemented. Because we still got to get some things straight. So, yeah, we still got to think, we still got to fix some things, but it should be fine. The dungeon area, it's going to be more of a secluded environment. So like you basically have like a room probably like this size. You're just going around. Might zoom it in just a little so that it seems like it's a lot bigger. But these dungeons are going to be at least, we're going to try to do not like infinite world generating type of thing. Where the idea is to create a system where we can create rooms or like sections in the room that can be used as a not like a template. It's like a procedurally generated, but it's using already built assets. So basically think of a maybe like a 16 by 16 tile set, and then or either way, like 16 by 32, something like that. I don't know. Just tile sets like in the entire room. And then like there's other sections that you can copy over to different sections. It's a whole thing. I just saw that they did it on GameMaker. GameMaker released a video not too long ago about this, and it was very intriguing on doing just basically creating a platformer that I believe it was a platformer that can select different different rooms in the room as a like completely different, like, okay, I'll choose these ones to go in order. And then you just basically go in and then they tie it off to basically, oh yeah, it's going to go from A to B, but it's going to use different dungeon areas to create, or different rooms in that dungeon to create the process. So yeah, actually return this. Yeah, let's not have the audio going because I don't I think the music might be copyrighted. Who knows? We're using copyrighted music as well, just to test out seeing how things work. And yeah, so we got a lot of things to do, and it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be a while. I'm using AI to give me references, concepts, and we're gonna try to at least transfer that over into as you can see in the background, we've had to generate specific locations. It looks great, but the issue is trying to put that into sprites and also into a environment or a world is going to be the one thing that's going to be like a very tedious on trying to do. So yeah, it's going to be something, but I hope it's going to turn out pretty well. As I said, we have about well over or close to about 2 years worth of mechanics that we can add. So each month we're going to be adding something new. We can still work on the previous projects and also, you know, of course, as we go through. So yeah, I'm currently, as you can see on the screen, we're currently working on a ultra wide, which is nice, but it's also not the best when it comes to creating stuff like this. So yeah, this is kind of like a little, just a project that we're going to be just trying out, seeing how it goes. I've done projects in GameMaker that aren't as crazy as what this is. I've done the basic framework of like some games. Like literally the platformers were probably the one thing I've done back in the original GameMaker studio, back when it was like a little green icon. Yeah, that I've done that back in high school. It's like, okay, and then once we got the second GameMaker Studio 2, I believe, we did get ourselves a commercial license of and then of course it kind of went away after a couple of years, and now we have our new version, which we're currently running on the free version and updated because we're going to be also sharing ideas and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be a long process. It's not going to be something I'll be like completely like selling. I'm not going to sell this. If you think about it, it's going to be just too much for me to deal with everything. This is more like a project I can just see how far I can push. Maybe add more features. We're going to be adding a lot more things into this thing, into this game, that not alone is going to be just this, but we do have a roadmap on trying to figure out how things are going to be working, or what can be done. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I think we're going to be heading out from here on, and hopefully in the next month or so we'll do another update, or maybe we'll do some updates later on throughout the week. Who knows? If you guys are interested, by all means, but support the channel. That's mostly all I can say. So I will catch you guys later, and hopefully we can figure out some new stuff we can add. Also, yeah, if you guys want to see some new some things added, we can try seeing about adding some things. We're still gonna work on it. We still don't have our inventory system or like other things. We still don't even got our first boss, or not boss, our first mob, which we are gonna be doing at least, because we gotta have some sort of resource to collect in order for the journal tracking system to work. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time zone you're in, and I will catch you guys later.